I'll be your driver for today. Sit back and enjoy the ride as I have to go run a few errands. What's that? You came out my father, so you want me to be your own errand boy, huh? Yeah, alright, I'll do it. But I also have to deal with my best friend who I served on the field of battle with. Or, at least, I think he was my friend. Oh, bugger me, you want me to explain everything? What do you think? It's the best British accent I can do, okay? Here we have in this role, Frank Martin no longer being played by Jason Statham, but by a new guy named Ed Skrein, who looks like he could be Andy Whitefield's little brother. This guy is alright, and I see that he has the potential to be a good action star. But for a story like this, it's fun, but it's a lousy excuse for a reboot. I couldn't decide who was better, Ed Skrein or Jason Statham as Frank Martin. It doesn't really matter, they're both decent in this role. Now, I haven't really watched Jason Statham's Transporter trilogy because I couldn't really get into the storyline. Or that's what I assume. The action and stunts are pretty cool here, but it feels like they are made for a straight-to-DVD or Netflix movie, in order to make up a lack of developed story or characters. So the story goes way back in 1995 that this drug lord has bought these few gorgeous girls off the streets in order to become their prostitutes. Later on down the road, Anna and her seductive sidekicks want to take revenge for the wrong this kingpin has done to them. And how do they do that? They kidnap Frank's father, Frank Martin Sr., played by Ray Stevenson, and they use him for ransom in order to pull off the bank heist of the century. While at the same time, the girls want to take out the kingpin and his mafia. Okay. So if these few lovely ladies need to pull off the bank heist of the century, why couldn't they just do it themselves? Could you try explaining more detail? Huh? Yeah, the story does not make much sense here. To give the film a little bit of credit when it comes to the stunt work, there's a chase scene where Frank does a full 360 turn, and he knocks out the fire hydrants with his bumper all at the same time in order to evade the police. Okay, that was cool. But I didn't care about the characters, and I didn't care about what their outcomes were going to be. But there were some moments that happened in this movie that were just so bad they were unintentionally hilarious. One example is the narrow space fight. Frank is fighting off his foes while at the same time pulling out a bunch of little cabinets and knocking them up and down in order to take them out. And while I was watching these fight scenes, I was expecting to hear cartoonish sound effects come out of them. So along with some nice eye candy, I found some little enjoyment out of it. I just wish that they could have made it better instead of being a cash grab. For just being a terrible film, I'm going to give The Transporter Refueled a 2 out of 10. But for crawling back up to so bad it's good, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I believe that it has marked its way up there with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen of guilty pleasure movies. Now, since Hollywood is out of ideas, what franchise do you think Hollywood should just keep their grubby hands off of? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.